Okay, welcome. It's good to have you.
It's nice to meet you.
I noticed that you have come to see me. Share with me some of the reasons why you are here.
Well, I'm having a lot of stress being in graduate school, and it's difficult for me to balance my work life, my social life, and school. So that's one of the reasons why I came to counseling.
Tell me a little bit more about stress.
Yeah, so I work part time now. So working part time hours is difficult sometimes for me to pay rent and to be able to have money for other things like pay for gas, stuff like that. And that's also making it difficult to be able to focus on school because I'm supposed to be working on school full time as well. So, and I jumped into my master's degree at 21, so it's pretty young.
Wow.
So I'm kind of feeling the burnout and kind of want to take a break and a vacation. So that's making it difficult to balance all the things in my life going on right now.
I must say, though, congratulations for going back to school. It's very important, and I love when young people see the need to pursue an education. So, congratulations to you and keep up the good work.
Thank you.
I notice, however, though, that you talk about grad school. Share with me a little bit more of the things that you are working on in grad school.
Yeah, so I'm working on my clinical mental health counseling degree.
Very good.
So I would like to become a licensed professional counselor soon, hopefully finishing it within 2 years, my program. Um, but I am struggling to be able to keep on top of my schoolwork, so I don't know how to find the balance between that and being able to make time for friends as well.
You talk about balance. There's so many things that people look at when they talk about balance.
Mhm.
Give me some more input on that.
Mhm.
Balance in your life.
Yeah, so I've always pushed myself really hard. Like I like to work a lot and work a lot of hours, and I finished my undergraduate degree in 3 years as well. So it's always been a challenge for me to balance everything and be able to make time for my friends. Sometimes I have to tell my friends that, oh, I don't have time. I have to focus on doing my homework, or I can't, go over for dinner for my family because I have to do schoolwork or I have to work enough hours to be able to pay my bills as well. So it's difficult to find time for me and for me personally.
I get the feeling that you are appreciative of your friends and you really want to spend more time with them because you may have lost out on so many other moments with them. Share with me a little bit more about that level of friendship that you have experienced with all these friends. Why you don't really want to lose them, you want to make sure that you find enough time for them. Share with me some of those results or rewarding moments that you've had.
Yeah, I think it's really important for people to have a good support system. And if I'm not keeping my friend circle close, then it's difficult for me to have that support system. And I feel like I'm flaking on them a lot if I have to focus on my schoolwork all the time and have to work all the time. And it's difficult to not have that friend group there for you. And eventually they'll get frustrated and annoyed and will stop asking you to hang out all the time if you always cancel on them because you have other stuff to do.
You mentioned closeness.
Mm-hmm.
Elaborate a little bit more on closeness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I used to have a lot of friends when I was younger, but going into college and now with my master's degree, I think it's more important to have friends that are closer rather than multiple friends. I have one best friend where we met working at a job I worked at in my undergraduate degree. And we have a lot of similarities and go on vacations, talk a lot, and we're the same age, so it makes it easier to be able to relate to them.
Going on a lot of vacations. Mm-hmm. Oh, that sounds very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Share with me some of the places you have been.
We went to Virginia Beach, where I'm from, and we were able to
Good.
sit on the beach in the summer and take a little time. We took about a week off. I was working two jobs then, so it was difficult for me to take time off and while being in grad school. So that was difficult. But we were still able to spend time together. And both of our birthdays is in June, so it was more of a birthday trip. So
I can see why you want to have that balance because having the friends that you have had have been so meaningful to you. I'm getting from you that there's so much meaning in the relationship that you have shared with your friends. You don't really want to lose that. At the same time, you want to go to grad school and you want to make sure that you're successful.
that's right.
So I want to say to you again, congratulations on that pursuing. It is something very good that you are doing, and I really commend you as a young person for what you're doing and wanting to balance both. Not many people are able to balance both, but you have been trying your very best to balance both. Talk to me a little bit more though about your family background.
Yeah, well, I don't really have that great of a relationship with my mom. That really stems from me pushing
Mm.
myself too hard because she sets really high expectations for me. Because she was pregnant with me in college, and she was going to med school, but then had to change um, her path because she was pregnant with me. So she really wanted me to go to med school, but that wasn't really in my plans. So, but she definitely wants me to strive to be the best that I can be, which puts a strain on our relationship when her goals don't really align with mine. So, but my dad is there for me a lot, and more of the emotional support system for me. So,
You seem to have a very, very stable life, though, irrespective of what you've experienced. But your mother, maybe she's trying to protect you from the things that she had experienced. You being in college now, she doesn't want that to happen to you, where you have to leave school without completing your degree and so on. So accept that your mother really cares. I know that you mentioned maybe your mother is trying to do that which she would have wanted for her own self.
mm-hmm.
Share with me some of the ways in which you have dealt with some of these pressure because I'm getting the impression that it is really a challenge for you. Share with me some of those pressures that you have experienced.
Yeah, sometimes she'll say to me, "Oh, I could have been a doctor if I didn't get pregnant with you." So that's sometimes difficult, but I kind of have to let her know that I have to forge my own path and have to do my own thing, um, which puts a strain on our relationship. But I also need to focus on myself and my own goals, rather than what she wanted in her life.
You are a very strong young lady, and having had to deal with that with your mother, I'm happy that your father is very supportive, and you're looking at him in a brighter light than your mother,
Mm-hmm.
and so you must be commended for that also. I want to ask you, however, though, and what are some of the goals that you have put in mind? Share with me those goals, long-term, short-term goals.
Mm-hmm. Well, definitely the shorter term goals, I would say, is definitely being able to get my license in professional counseling and as well as finishing my graduate degree and completing all those exams that I need to be able to finish my education, and as well as finding a place to live next year. That's not in my
Okay,
college town.
okay. You've said so many things, and I've realized that there's quite a few things we can talk about at the next session.
Mm-hmm.
So we look at your goals, long-term goals, short-term goals. We look at some of the ways in which you can balance yourself. So the next session we can take this up. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.